And welcome back to the Corbellic Studios. I'm Corbellic. Today we're going to be knocking out another walkthrough painting. This one's going to be abstraction, flowers, real chaotic, real colorful, just something different. It doesn't matter. There's no flow to it. There's different mediums. You can use whatever you want just to break out of your mind. This is also like a good exercise to also not feel perfection or anything like that. It's just whatever you feel and whatever you interpret of flowers or a different form of it. You don't even have to have perfect flowers. It could just be anything that you want, and it could be your idea. Now you can also do this with any other character as well too. You could do this with any other portrait. You could do this with anything. It doesn't have to be flowers, but I don't know what's going to happen on this one. We're just going to go straight into it and try to knock out some different type of abstract flowers in a vase. And I don't know. I don't really care, but that's the whole exercise, is that I don't care. If you have some extra paint or maybe you're trying to get rid of your palette, this is a good exercise for you to do where you could just do some big brush strokes, and I don't care. We're going to list it and it's going to be beautiful. Let's do it. All right, so this is going to be our painting right here. Don't know if you can see it, but it doesn't matter. I can barely see it. So I just have the 1.5 inch brush right here. It's a little bit wet. That way I can just make sure my canvas isn't too dry. And then we're going to go in with some blue paint. Okay. Some blue paint, just so we can have a background. But also I do this to basically gesso my canvas so it's not so dry whenever I do put the main principle of paint on there. And this is pretty much it. I don't need to put any other color on there because we're going to layer it on top. All right, so like I said, this is just going to be an abstract flowers in a vase, exotic, different colors. This is a great exercise for you to just be free. Whatever happens, happens. All right, so there we go right there. It's dried off. Like I said, this is abstract, so we're free to do anything that we want. Well, I'm just going to have use our black so we can outline like the vase, a little bit of the flowers. I love this type of art because you could do whatever you want. And a lot of times what I do when it comes to art, the best art comes from passion. And it could be either if you're having an annoyance, anger, frustration, channel it and put it into your art. You ever feel frustrated, or you feel like you're tired of something, maybe even when you're working your full-time job or something going on in your life, and then you ever feel when you go into your art and you put that frustration into your art, and you ever notice that you feel better about it, but also your art looks better? You're just like, you know what, I'm not trying to control nothing no more. I don't care, whatever. That's what got me on this journey with eBay, is like I was just so tired and frustrated with my corporate job. I was tired of doing everything of what people told me to do, with creating an email list and create art this way, create art that they think that you're supposed to do online and that other people are going to enjoy, but then it doesn't turn out that way, because you can see that aesthetically to society it looks like pretty art, but then it's just not, it doesn't feel good to you. You know that inside that you're capable of more, something more spontaneous. So use whatever's inside of you. All right, so now that we have this right, I'm just going to do some green. I don't know. Like I said, on this one, I don't know what I'm doing. But to tell you a secret, I don't know what I'm doing on any of the art. If you haven't found that out already, I don't know what I'm doing on any of the art. But we show up and we make it happen anyways. That's the courage part. That's the real manifestation, is that you have to be delusional about the outcome, the success. You have to be delusional. You have to be a future, a time traveler of sorts. Like, I don't know what's going to happen, but like, look at that. Look at that. You see that? That's what it's about. I don't know what's going to happen, but I trust in the end, I'm a time traveler from the future. I know that it's going to work out. I've seen my success. All right, now let's go with our vase. Let's do our vase. Look at that, how I'm doing the vase, just heavy on the paint. Broad strokes, nothing inside the lines, just our vase, right? I'm free. I'm free as a bird right now. I'm doing what I want to do. No one can tell me anything. No one can say, you're doing that wrong. I'm free as a bird. But not only that, like, you see how random these marks are, right? And how we're creating this. So at the same point, it's like no one can say, oh, you used a projector to do it. How? Yes and no. We only use it as a tool to kind of get out of our brain and not to try to recreate. Like, I can do this without the projector, but it's just such a weird feeling where if I do it without the projector, it'll be harder for me to get to this point. And you know what? If it's not like that for you, and you can feel more confident in what you're doing without it, then I salute you. But for a lot of people, it's just a weird psychological thing just to get started or to believe in the marks that you're doing. Like, if I did this without it, I would feel like maybe it got too muddy somewhere. Let me know if you relate to what I'm saying. Sometimes as artists, we can sound crazy to the uninitiated. Like, what are you talking about? Like, even though I'm still doing abstraction right now, I'm still kind of, from time to time, looking back at the projector to see what my proportions are or what I'm working with or off of. And you can do that as well, or not. You don't have to. I told you this was going to be some wild style flowers. Look at that. I could quit right now, but I don't want to. I'm having so much fun. And I still need to get rid of some of this paint. All right, let's put the lights back on and then just work it. Let's do a little bit of white with some cyan. I want some yellow in there. This is a great exercise, like I said, if you're palette is just running kind of at its end, and you want to get rid of that paint somehow, and you just want to be creative, you know? You ever had those moments where you're working on a painting and you feel like you could just scream at it because it's not working or it's not doing the things that you want to do? This is a great exercise for when you have those moments. Scream at it with the next painting. Do something wild like this. And then you know what I'm going to do too? I'm not going to get the big boy charcoal stick. I'm going to get the light one or the little one. Let me see. I think I have a smaller one I could use, kind of like this. Yeah, this is a good one. Like, look, you can get a charcoal stick like this, all right? And put marks in it. And what's cool is you can also do this even beforehand, before you start with the colors. That way it pops up underneath the canvas. That's fine. You could do that too. Now I'm going to take like one of the big brush, the 1.5er, and I'm going to have some pink, some light pink. Large brush strokes. And boom. I think that's about it. Right? What do you think? Let me know what you think about this one. I love doing paintings like this. This is what being an artist is all about. I love it. I could do pretty flowers too. Don't get me wrong. I could do that, but isn't this more fun? Here, let's add our signature on here. Look at this. Right? And we did this together. If I can do it, you can do it. Real simple. Get rid of some of your paint. Just free yourself. You do 5 of these in a row, then you're just going to feel so more confident about your decisions. You're not going to care about the end result. You're going to be more loose. So we talk more about that in the eBay art community. Click the link below. It's free. See how you can improve, how you can make money for the holidays, and how you can make extra income. All right, I'm going to check you out in the next video.